Hello students, hope all of you are doing well. So today we are going to start another new chapter, that is the Egyptian civilization. Okay, I told you that it has been included by the board. As you know, a board has revised the syllabus once more, seeing the current situation. So let's start it. Okay. So Egyptian civilization is also another important river valley civilization besides Mesopotamian and Indus Valley civilization. So we have done the Mesopotamian and Indus Valley civilization. Okay. So this is another civilization, river valley civilization. Today we are going to proceed. So why these civilizations are known as river valley civilization? Because the civilizations developed or flourished on the river banks. Okay, so for various reasons, okay, like abundant water supply to support large settlements, land was fertile. Okay, so Egyptian civilization developed in the river valley of the river Nile. Okay, river valley civilization, so of the river Nile. So it is the longest river in the world. Okay, now Herodotus was the ancient Greek historian. Okay, and he called Egypt the gift of the Nile. Why? Because every year it used to means overflow its bank. Okay, banks means the side of the river. Okay, and it used to transform the valley into a large lake. Okay, so crops grew easily in the soil, okay, and yielded rich harvest, okay, produced rich harvest. The Nile provided water for irrigation, so it helped in irrigation also. And the Egyptian built an elaborate networks of canals, dams, dikes, and reservoirs to carry on agriculture on a large scale. Okay, so the Nile also served as a national highway. It served as a transportation channel also. Okay, it helped the Egyptian to develop trade relations with the other countries. Okay, now the valley of Nile was about 1200 kilometers long, and the rest of the country is desert. Okay, full of sands and rocks. Okay, stones. Okay, now the deserts were helpful because it protected the foreign invasion. It protected the place, that is, it protected Egypt from foreign invasion. Okay, so Egypt was a very peaceful place. They also learned to build huts, grow crops. They domesticated animals and also established society of their own, like Mesopotamian civilization. Okay, Mesopotamian people. So Mesopotamian people also domesticated animals such as cows, goats, sheep and donkeys. I hope all of you will remember. Okay. So now, like Mesopotamian civilization people, the Egyptian civilization also believed that there was life after death. Okay. So the ancient Egyptians strongly believed that there was life after death and devoted all their energies into preparing for eternity. Okay, they believed that a dead person lived on in his tomb, which was his eternal home. Tomb, you know, means grave of a dead person. Okay, which was his eternal home, means forever home. Okay, the more beautiful it was, the more splendid would it be after life. Splendid means excellent. Okay, now the belief inspired the ancient Egyptian to build giant pyramids, magnificent temples, monuments, and tombs. Okay, so like this, Egyptian civilization was born. So it developed for more than 2000 years. Okay. So according to the archaeological excavation means digging out the ruins, and inscription means something written on stones. Okay. So, inscription and official documents have helped historians to reconstruct the history of ancient Egypt. The history of ancient Egypt is divided into three periods. Okay, the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and New Kingdom. So, for about 100 years, Egypt was invaded and ruled by Hyksos tribes. Okay, and from the earliest times, Egypt was divided into two parts: Lower and Upper Egypt, and around 3200 BCE they were united and ruled by pharaohs. Now pharaohs means the rulers, okay? You can say the Egyptian king also, okay? To become a brilliant civilization that lasted until the death of Cleopatra. So she was a beautiful king, okay, and was the name of 7 queens. See, here it is written. So Cleopatra was the name of the 7 queens in the ancient Egypt. Cleopatra 7 was the most famous and popular. She was known for her beauty and intelligence. She ascended the throne at the age of 17. So, beside being a girl, she sat on the throne when she was 18. Okay, 17. She was fluent in 9 languages, including native Egyptian. Both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony quoted her. So, in 30 BCE, she committed suicide, supposedly from a snake bite. Okay, after Mark Antony's defeat at Actium. So today I'm keeping up to this. Okay, I hope all of you have understood this. So if you have any problem, okay, you can ask me in the live class. So thank you. Have a nice day.